Chapter 8. The Terror. Time ran on. Thousands of pounds were offered as a reward for the capture of Mr. Hyde, since the death of Sir Danvers was looked upon as a public injury. The murderer, however, had vanished as completely as if he had never existed. Much of his past was unearthed indeed, and all of it was bad. Tales came out of the man's violence and cruelty, of his evil life and ways, of his strange associates, of the hatred that seemed to have surrounded his career, but of his present whereabouts, not a whisper. From the time he had left the house in Soho on the morning of the murder, he had been seen by no one. Gradually, as time drew on, Mr. Utterson began to recover what he liked to call his sense of balance, and to feel more at peace with himself and the world. The death of Sir Danvers was, to his way of thinking, more than paid for by the disappearance of Mr. Hyde. Now that the evil influence had vanished from his home, a new life began for Dr. Jekyll. He gave up his solitary life and began to go out into the world once more. He invited all his old friends into his home and became their familiar guest and entertainer. While he had always been known as a good and a generous man, he was now no less distinguished for religion. He was busy, he was much in the open air, he did good. His face seemed to open and brighten, and for more than 2 months the doctor was at peace. On the 8th of January, Utterson had dined at the doctor's with a small party. Lanyon had been there, and had seemed to enjoy the company of his old friend Jekyll. On the 12th, and again on the 14th, Jekyll's door was shut against the lawyer. "The doctor is busy in his laboratory," Poole said, "and is unable to see anyone." On the 15th, Utterson tried again, and was again refused. Having grown used to seeing his friend almost daily, the lawyer was worried by this change of attitude. He went, therefore, to Dr. Lanyon's to see what he knew of Jekyll's return to the solitary life. There, at least, he was not denied admittance, but when he came in, he was shocked at the change which had taken place in the doctor's appearance. The healthy, red-faced man had grown pale. He looked old and very tired, and moved feebly, as if the will to live had left him. But it was his eyes that left the lawyer badly shocked. They were frightened eyes that seemed to show and reveal some deep-seated terror of the mind.